everyone, I am your host Ayushi Kara Sethia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how you can add Google Forms leads as subscribers to your Mailgun account automatically. So first let us understand what these software applications are all about. Here we are using Google Forms, which is a form building software application. So in place of Google Forms we can also use Jotform, Typeform, Paperform or any other form building software application. And the second application we are using is Mailgun, which is an email marketing platform. So in place of Mailgun, we can also use MailChimp, MailerLite, MailerCloud or any other email marketing software. So the idea here is that you have created a form using Google Forms. Now you want that whenever a customer fills that particular form, automatically the details of the customer should be added as a subscriber to your Mailgun account subscriber list automatically. For this, we need to create a connection between Google Forms and Mailgun. So in order to create a connection, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating both these software applications automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So let us learn the integration process on my screen. To start the integration, let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. By clicking on sign up free button, you will get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on sign in. In the all apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on access now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on create workflow. Here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as add Google Forms leads as subscriber in Mailgun. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on create. Now here we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want that whenever a Google form is filled and it is submitted, automatically the details of the customer should be added as a subscriber into your Mailgun account. So open this trigger window and here in the choose application, let us find Google Forms. In the trigger event, we have to select new response received. Now here we can see a webhook URL and some instructions are also mentioned. So by following these instructions, you can set up the webhook in your Google Forms. So let us read some of the instructions. Google Form responses are collected in Google Sheets. So follow the below steps in order to get the new response. Go to the form on which you want to take submission and make the last question as required for the trigger. So I'll just take you to the Google Forms. Here, this is my Google Forms account where I have created some forms. Here we are going to use Google customer enquiry form over here. I'm just going to open this particular form. So I'm collecting the basic details like full name of the customer, email address, phone number, enquiry type and the details of the inquiry. So if you want to add some more fields to the form, click on this plus sign and here you can add the questions as per your requirement. Now we have to create an integration between this particular form and Pabbly Connect. For that, come to the responses tab and here we can see we don't have any responses. So in order to capture the response, first let us fill up the form. But before that, we have to make the last question as required for the trigger. So I have already made this particular question as required. So make sure your last question is required. Now let's move to the responses tab. Here we can find 0 responses. So in order to capture the response, we have to click on this preview button. And here we have to fill up the form. So I'm just going to give the full name as Adam Smith. Let's add the email address as adamsmith123@gmail.com. Let's add the phone number. Inquiry type as pricing details. And let us fill up the details as please share the pricing details of Pabbly Connect. Okay.
and let's click on submit. So the form has been filled. Now we have to move to the Google Forms once again, and here in the responses we can find the response by Adam Smith. Now we have to capture this response in the Google Sheet because the Google Form responses are collected in Google Sheet. So click on these three dots, and here we have to click on select response destination. Now it is asking to create a new spreadsheet or you want to select the existing spreadsheet. So I want to create a new spreadsheet and the name would be customer inquiry form responses. So if you want to change the name, you can change it from here, and let's click on create. Linking to spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is linked. Okay. Now in order to access the spreadsheet, click on this green sign view responses in sheets. And here we can see that all the details of the customer through the form submission are captured in this particular Google Sheet. Full name as Adam Smith, email address, phone number, inquiry type and the details. Now we have to create an integration between this particular Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. For that, come to the extensions, click on add-ons and click on get add-ons. It will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now you have to install Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system. As you can see that it is already installed, so I am just closing this window. After installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat, after installing Pabbly Connect Webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. Now come to extensions and click on Pabbly Connect Webhooks and click on initial setup. Now it is asking for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So this will be the same webhook URL which we have seen in Pabbly Connect. So we will go back to Pabbly Connect, we will copy the webhook URL from here. We will come to the Google Sheet and we will be pasting the same webhook URL over here. Now it is asking for the trigger column. So the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So as you can see that I have the data from column A till column F. I want the data to be captured till column F. So my trigger column will be column F over here. Say if you have the data till column D and you want the data to be captured till column D only, then give the trigger column as column D over here. Okay. And let's click on send test. Test data sent successfully and let's click on submit. Okay, now again we have to come to extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and this time click on send on event option. So why we are selecting this particular option? Just because next time whenever the form will be filled and the data will be captured in your Google Sheet, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the data. We don't have to link these details again and again. Okay, so make sure you have a tick mark on the send on event option. Now let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And here when we scroll down, we can find all the details of the customer captured over here. Full name as Adam Smith, email address, phone number, inquiry type, details and all other details. So now we want that using these details, automatically a new subscriber should get added to your Mailgun account. So come to this action window and here in the choose application, let us find Mailgun. In the action event, we have to select new mailing list member. Click on connect. Click on add new connection. Now it is asking for the API, private API key. So here we have to enter API as it is. So I'm just typing API. Here the private API key is required. For that we have to log into the account settings, security in Mailgun. So I'll just take you to my Mailgun account. So this is my Mailgun dashboard. Here we'll be moving to the profile and here we can find the API keys. Click on it and here we can find the private API key. So I'm just going to copy this private API key from here and we'll be pasting the same API key over here. Okay. Now it is asking for the Mailgun host. So as we are in US region, I'm just copying the same as api.mailgun.net. And you have to select it as per your region. If you are into the EU region, you have to select this particular Mailgun host. Okay. Now the domain name is required. For that we have to go to the Mailgun account once again. Here we'll be moving to the sending option. And here we'll be opening the domain. And from here I'm just going to copy this domain name from here. And I'll be pasting the same over here. Okay. And let's click on save. And now the Mailgun account is connected to Pabbly Connect just because I was already logged into my Mailgun account. So make sure before creating a connection, you are logged into your Mailgun account. Now here we have to select the list name. So I'll just take you to my Mailgun account once again. And here in the sending itself, we can find the mailing list option. Open it. Here I have already created some mailing list. So if you want to create a new mailing list, click on this create mailing list button and you can create the list as per your requirement. Okay. Here I have already created a mailing list named Google Forms. I'll just open it. And in this particular mailing list, I don't have any recipients over here. It means I don't have any subscribers added to this particular list. So now I want all the subscribers to be added to this particular list. So I have to select the list name over here as Google Forms. Here we have to give the address, that is the email address of the customer, and the name. So let us map the email address which we have already received from the Google Form responses. So we are going to map these details now. Okay. Let us map the email address from Google Forms. And if you want to select the update option, yes to update member if present, no to raise an error in case of duplicate members. You can select it as per your requirement. And here we have to map the member name. That was Adam Smith. Okay. And let's click on save and send test request. Okay. Now here we can see the responses received. It means the mailing list member has been created. A new contact or a new subscriber is added to the mailing list. For that, let us refresh it. And here we can see Adam Smith is added to the Google Forms mailing list. And in this way, we can see that our integration is working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay, now we have to check this in the real time, whether our integration is working fine or not. For that, I'll just go to the Google form once again. And here I'm just going to refresh it so that we can fill up the form on the name of some other customer. Let's fill the details. Full name as Shikha Arya. Email address as Arya s123@gmail.com. Let's add the phone number. And let's add the inquiry type as pricing details. Please share the pricing details for Pabbly email marketing. Okay, I'm just adding a random detail message over here. Okay, and let's click on submit. Thank you for submitting the inquiry form. So the form has been filled. Now we have to check our Mailgun account. We have to refresh it once again. And here when we scroll down, we can find 2 recipients and Shikha Arya is added as a new subscriber to this particular mailing list, that is Google Forms. And in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. And whenever the Google form is getting filled, automatically the contact details are added as a new subscriber to our Mailgun account. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first we have created an integration between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details of the customer through the form submission, and using those details automatically a new contact or a new subscriber was added to your Mailgun mailing list. And in this way we have created a successful integration between Google Forms and Mailgun using Pabbly Connect.
So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can visit our Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.